So are we going to have some confusions between the two Ethans today?
Probably not with me hosting, though. I probably won't. If I say Ethan, I'm probably referring to you and not myself. Though I have been known to talk to myself.
Can we all call you Joel today?
You cannot call me Joel. Get out of here. We've got Adam. Are we Ethan? Not me.
Hey, am I audible?
You are audible.
Yeah, we can hear you, Adam.
Cool.
Are we still waiting on one more for you as well? You guys have 4 today, or Ethan? Sorry.
Sorry, I'm trying to dial my.
You're good. It looks like Art's your 4th. So
yeah.
Art answered my question by joining.
Hey, so the rest of Earning Sense, can you guys get in on the dial-in? It keeps telling me invalid conference code.
I'll give it a try right now. Sorry, I'm late.
I got in, but it said I need to wait till my conference. Oh, here it goes.
Are you guys? Are you guys on the other team getting, like, can you hear the computer through your phone line? Because we can, and it's like, I don't know. Maybe we should start our phone line over again. Okay, we're starting our phone line over again because we're getting the computer, even though we're all wearing headphones.
Okay.
We'll be right back. Or, well, we'll be here, but we'll be right back on the phone. Hold on.
I think I was hearing Ann through my phone line, but I think. Oh, Dennis, it was you.
Art, if you're talking, we can't hear you. Okay, you're talking the other way. Okay, it was Dennis's headphones. Okay, we got to set back up our thing. Hold on.
Oh, what's the URL again for the buzzer?
It's tpt.mykaplan.tv. tpt.mykaplan.tv. And the game code is 691. 691. All right, while the phone lines are getting sorted out and while everybody's getting logged in, we will do we'll do a buzzer test after I go through the rules. So I'm just gonna do the rules first, then we'll do the buzzer test, then we'll get started up. Welcome back. I didn't get to see either of your teams in the first round. You were all with Bob. But now I get to see you, and you get to hang out with me. We have our special triple header today of TPT matches. I get the third one, and I haven't had lunch yet, so I'm going to be in a real cranky mood when we get to some of the questions later on. Got to watch out for that. Here's what you need to know. Like I said, I'll buzz through the rules for the studio audience and for those of you who may not have been involved in your team's first round match. Here's how it's going to go. We have 2 rounds of 30 questions each. That's 6 categories of 5 questions each in each round. In round 1, those point values will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of increasing point valueness and potentially difficulty. In round 2, those will be worth 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Reminder that you get credit, you get points for every question you answer correctly. You lose points for questions you answer incorrectly. So there is a penalty for getting questions wrong or for guessing. So be aware of all those rules. And one of the things that's new this year that many of you will remember is that you can only buzz in twice per category. So again, 5 questions per category. There is a 2 buzz in limit for each member of your team in a given category. That means once you've buzzed in twice and given an answer, whether it's correct or incorrect, you got to no longer answer any more questions. If you buzz in on subsequent questions, you will be penalized, and those points will be taken away from you. One of the things I've been recommending in my matches to avoid a triple buzz situation, once you've buzzed in twice in the category, take your hands off, put them in the air, do one of these guys. That also reminds me that you can't buzz in anymore, so that way we don't have to have our wonderful producers and others come on to yell that you have buzzed in for a third time. So again, only buzz in twice per round. That also applies to surprise substitutions. So for those of you who don't remember surprise substitutions occur when there is a question that was an audio or video or visual daily double that we cannot reproduce here on screen. In that case, we will pull in a question from an alternate category for that question and that question only. Now that question, those still counts towards your number of buzzes in a category. So there's some confusion early on, but it will count as one of your 5 buzzes in a category in the case of a surprise substitution. Unlike Bob, who has a song, my surprise substitutions are signaled by a dancing taco. When you see the dancing taco, a surprise substitution is on its way, all right? So be aware, you didn't expect you'd see a dancing taco today.
Hey, Ethan, you're not
yes.
on camera.
You might need to click on me and my face because when there's this many people in here, right? Is nobody seeing me?
I don't think anyone is.
That's weird.
I can
Darky.
see you.
I see him.
Yeah, click on me.
Click on the bottom, click on you?
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. I see you.
Yeah, when there's this many people,
forgot what
sometimes
you look like.
it'll swap out for your image as opposed to people. So I might just be aware of that.
Now I lost Pam. So is that fine that we're all...
Yeah, I can still see just about all of you, and I switch among you when I need to make sure that you're still on camera. We're all keeping an eye on you as we go through.
I'm going to drop out, Ethan. That maybe will make it better, and I'll watch it from the YouTube.
Sounds good. Cool. So that brings up a good point, though, because while you're on camera, one of the things we'll be looking for is to make sure that you're abiding by the rules. And because that's kind of difficult for us, we do also have a bit of an honor rule here. What you're not allowed this year, one of the new rules is you can't confer on an answer when I'm reading a question or after I've asked the question and before you've buzzed in, okay? There's no conferring on questions when we ask a question. There are 2 opportunities to confer with your team, however. Opportunity 1 is in the case of a steal. So if you remember how steals work, if the other team buzzes in and answers incorrectly, we will then pass it over to your team to confer, to come up with an answer, and you'll have 10 seconds to choose whether to answer or to pass. Ethan, you're the captain for the earning science. Thumbs up. Cool. You don't need to buzz in the case of a steal. I'll just give you 10 seconds. I'll let you know when you need to come back on to answer or move on. And on the ASTkickers, same conditions. After 10 seconds, you'll have to come on to give us an answer or pass, all right? So that's one chance for you to confer with your team. Even if you have buzzed in twice, you can still confer with your team in any case of a steal, so you are not silenced during that time. Other place you can confer when we first announce a category in the round, I'll give you about 10 seconds or so to talk with your team, see if you want to put together any strategy for how to answer those questions. If it's something you're particularly fond of, you may want to wait till some of the higher difficulty questions that are worth more points to save some of your buzzes for that. So might be some strategy there. So again, I'll announce the category and I'll give you about 10 seconds before you'll ring in. Most of the rules, in case of a tie, we'll do a whole extra category as opposed to just one question. We've had some issues with the buzzer today. So we're going to keep an eye on it. If you see something, say something. If the buzzer seems to be acting up, if nothing's going the way it should, we will pause for a second and come back. Just feel free to come off of mute and let me know so I can pause and we can try to fix the situation. Thank you for your patience with us as we try to figure this out and what's going on today. We will do a quick buzz round to make sure that everybody's there. And just one thing we're going to do a little bit different today is I am going to do one question as a warm-up that will not count towards your scores, just to give us a chance to test the buzzer before we go into actual play, okay? So just one quick thing we'll do there. Let's do a quick test buzz, though. I will read off your names around the horn just to make it easier, and we'll make sure that your buzzers are working. Let's start with the ASTkickers. So Tara, do you want to buzz in? Perfect. Ellie? Nice. Anne? Perfect. Pam? Nice. Earning Science, Ethan? Adam? Art? And Dennis. All right. So it looks like all the buzzers are working. If your name suddenly disappears from the buzzer list, just double check that your buzzer, we can stop, see if your buzzer works. But that just could happen because of caching. I don't know if you guys ran into that in your last game. Anyway, don't worry about it unless it happens. Cool. Let's do a quick just warm-up question to see that, make sure our buzzer works, that we don't have to re-log in and run into anything else with it. So let's try a test question. Any questions before we start? Again, we're just gonna have one free non-point question before we start. But any questions for your team? Again, if you see something, say something. Here's your just quick test. Let's do a quick test question, make sure everything's working correctly. Again, this is worth 0 points, so it's exciting. Everyone rush to buzz in. You'll also not be penalized, so feel free to buzz in just so we can also test the number of points. Here we go. The category for this one question is Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens. Charles. All right, hands on buzzers. The title setting of this novel includes figures in china, iron and ivory, suits of armor, old carvings, and furniture. The title setting of this novel includes figures in china, iron and ivory, suits of armor, old carvings, and furniture. Somebody just buzz in and say something. Ethan.
I'm guessing it's not Tale of Two Cities, but I'm just buzzing.
It is not A Tale of Two Cities. Great answer of something that it is not. Go ahead and clear the buzzer. This ASTkickers, we'll give you a few seconds, and then Anne, you can come off of mute, but also buzz in just so we can test your buzzer. Nice buzz.
I don't know if this is the right title, but is there something called Ye Old Curiosity Shop?
Close. And actually somebody put that on their, well, they wrote that out. It was a Final Jeopardy question. It is The Old Curiosity Shop.
Not ye?
Nope, and they got it incorrect. But let's test giving you let's test giving you 1 point for it. We'll add 1 point. Sweet. Now we'll take it away. We'll reset the buzzer. Cool. Now, Anne, will you buzz in for us one more time? Sweet. Reset the buzzer. Okay. Hopefully we're all good then. Now we can get started. Ye Old, not correct, but The Old Curiosity Shop was the title setting of the novel. Close. No cigar. Cool. Let's get started then. Our first category, to give you a few seconds to talk among your teams. These ones will count for points, correct or incorrect. This category is called Sea Life. Sea Life. All of you who wanted to be marine biologists when you were a kid. That was so popular in like 1992. All right, talking time is over. So you haven't had lunch. Sea Life. Let's get out the nerves in our first category with our hands on buzzers for the very first question. Coming up, worth 1 point. This herring-like pizza fish is attracted by light. Adam.
Anchovy.
Anchovies are correct. This herring-like pizza fish is attracted by light, so it's fished at night. 2-point question in sea life, hands on buzzers. The Inuit use all parts of this pinniped. Its large canine teeth are used to carve small Adam.
The seal.
The seal is incorrect. We'll take away 2 points. And I'll reread the question, and that is buzzing in twice, so your hands are up. The Inuit for ASTkickers, I'll give you 10 seconds after I read it again. The Inuit use all parts of this pinniped. Its large canine teeth are used to carve small decorative objects. 10 seconds.
Walrus?
Walrus is correct. Nice job on the steal. That's 2 points for the ASTkickers. The walrus, it's large canine teeth, not a seal. Sea life continued for 3 points. Hands on buzzers. The skin of an octopus contains cells called chromatophores that allow it to do this when it's excited. Pam.
Change color.
Change color is correct. Nice job for 3 points. Skin of an octopus, chromatophores, makes sense. Changes color when it's excited. All right, let's keep going. 4-point question coming up in sea life. But wait, it is not. It is a surprise substitution. Surprise substitution. Surprise substitution. The dancing taco has indicated. I don't have the song. It is a surprise substitution for this category. And so we're going to have one question from a different category for this question only. And the category, drum roll, is arachnids. Arachnids. All right. 4-point question, though, in arachnids. Hands on buzzers, unless you're Adam. Arachnids are a major class of this phylum that includes insects and crustaceans. Ethan.
Arthropods.
Arthropods is correct for 4 points. Triple sum of the show, not to be confused with arthrodons. Arthropods is correct for 4 points. 2 different things. All right, nice job on your arachnids question. We got a 5-point question, though, back in sea life that we have to handle before we get out of that category. So 5 points, sea life, hands on buzzers. This white whale related to the narwhal is the only whale that can bend its neck. This white whale related to the narwhal. Pam.
The beluga.
The beluga is correct for 5 points. Nice job, Pam. So that puts us at 10 points to 3 points. The ASTkickers getting a nice 10 points out of that round. Nice job across all of the questions. That's the end of sea life. And our second category is going to be jazz nicknames. Jazz. Jazz. The kids these days and their jazz. These are very short clues. I'll just give you a quick heads up. I'm going to give you very short clues. It's going to be a jazz singer's name, and then you're going to provide their nickname. Okay? So be prepared to buzz quickly. Jazz. Okay. 1-point question in jazz nicknames. Hands on buzzers. Edward Ellington. Pam.
Duke Ellington.
Duke Ellington is the nickname. Correct for 1 point. 2-point question, jazz nicknames, hands on buzzers. Charlie Parker. Art.
Bird.
Bird is correct for 2 points. Told you these ones are going to go quick. 3-point question, hands on buzzers. John Burks Gillespie. Tara. Come off of mute.
Dizzy Gillespie.
Dizzy Gillespie is correct for 3 points. And be careful on the phone lines when we're waiting for somebody to ring in. 4-point question. 4-point question coming up in jazz nicknames. Hands on buzzers. Thomas Wright Waller. Art.
Fats.
Fats is correct. Nice job, Fats Waller. Hands off. It's your 2 for that round. And our 5-point question in jazz nicknames. Hands on buzzers. Julian Adderley. Julian Adderley. 10 seconds. Time. Maybe Art knew it. No. Cannonball. Cannonball was the nickname. All right. Well, those Jazz nicknames. The scores stayed pretty similar. Maybe a little bit of a jump back for earning side. 14-9. 14-9 after 2 categories. Our third category, I can't give you a lot about, other than the category's name is birth and death. Birth and death. Questions about those 2 big life moments. All right. There's not a lot of strategy, maybe. Let's see. 1-point question in birth and death. Hands on buzzers. The #1 cause of death in the United States isn't cancer, but this type of disease. Adam.
Heart disease.
Heart disease is correct for 1 point. 2-point question coming up. A cuneiform tablet dating to 2000 BC is the first known reference to this type of a birth associated with a Roman leader. Pam.
Cesarean.
Cesarean section is correct for 2 points. Went from a cuneiform tablet to cesarean section. All right, 3-point question in birth and death. Hands on buzzers. The death in Venice is from this waterborne disease that has caused several pandemics. The death in Venice. Ethan.
Cholera.
Cholera is correct for 3 points. Triple stumper on the show. Somebody said typhoid. It was cholera. 4-point question, birth and death. 8 of the 10 lowest birth rates for countries are found on this continent. 8 of the 10, Ethan.
Europe.
Europe is correct for 4 points. Nice job. I think that's 2 for you. Hands off. All right. And last question for 5 points in birth and death. Hands on buzzers. Succeeding with the birth of Louise Brown, 2 British doctors developed this, IVF for short, in Adam.
In vitro fertilization.
In vitro fertilization is correct for 5 points. Nice job earning science. Some good science in there. Earning science in the birth and death round, taking the lead 22-16. But we're only halfway through round 1. We've still got 3 more categories to go. Category number 4 for today is going to be Oh Brother. Oh Brother. Questions about famous brothers, I believe. All right, enough talking. 1-point question in Oh Brother. Hands on buzzers. In 1979 and 1980, brothers Nelson Bunker and William Herbert Hunt conspired to corner the market in this metal. In 1979 and 1980, brothers Nelson Bunker and William Herbert Hunt conspired to corner the market in this metal. 10 seconds. Time. There's only so many metals out there, right? But there's probably enough. How quickly we forget 1979. It was silver. Silver is the metal that they conspired to corner the market in. Nobody wanted to ring in. Okay, 2-point question. 2-point question in Oh Brother. Hands on buzzers. In the Bible, he saw Noah naked and told his brothers Shem and Japheth he knew something. Pam.
Ham.
Pam, Ham. Yes, that's correct. Ham was who was the one with his brothers Shem and Japheth. Nice job for 2 points. And he knew something wasn't kosher was the end of that, which is funny because it's ham, right? 3-point question. 3-point question. Oh brother. Oh brother. Hands on buzzers. On radio's Car Talk, Tom and Ray Magliazzi are known as Click and Clack. Ethan.
The Tappet brothers.
The Tappet brothers is correct for 3 points. Good old NPR knowledge. 4-point question. 4-point question. Oh, brother. Hands on buzzers. The older of these two brothers was born in Indiana in 1867. The younger in Ethan.
The Wright brothers.
The Wright brothers are the Wright brothers for this question. The younger in Dayton, Ohio in 1871. Those are the Wright brothers. Ethan, I think you're out again. Get out of here. 5-point question. 5-point question in Oh Brother. Hands on buzzers. If he had killed his brother first, we might have had the Riemann Empire. If he had killed it, Art.
Wait, Remus?
Remus is correct, right? A very confusingly written
Yeah.
question, but if he had killed his brother first, he might have had the Riemann Empire. Remus is the correct brother, not Romulus. Nice job for 5 points. I wasn't going to give you any help on that, so I'm glad you went with your gut. All right, well, after 4 categories, a little more pulling away from earning science, it is 34-18, 34-18. Next up, we're getting saucy. I'm not just saying that for fun. The name of the category is Getting Saucy. Getting Saucy. We'll see what your culinary knowledge is all about. All right, 1-point question coming up. Getting saucy. 1 point. Hands on buzzers. With just mayo and pickle relish, you can make a simple version of Pam.
Thousand Island dressing.
Thousand Island dressing is incorrect. We'll take away a point. And I will reread the question. Make sure to go back on mute. There you go. I'll reread the question for the blue team for earning science. With just mayo and pickle relish, you can make a simple version of this seafood accompaniment.
We're going to go with tartar sauce.
Tartar sauce is correct for 1 point. Good old seafood accompaniment. Nice job on the steal. 2-point question, though, coming up in Getting Saucy. Getting Saucy for 2. Sauce Maltaise is a variation of hollandaise sauce. I have to say that, not French. Sauce Maltaise is a variation of hollandaise sauce flavored with this fruit, preferably the blood kind. Sauce Art.
Orange?
Blood orange is correct. Very famous on the island of Malta. Sauce Maltaise is hollandaise with orange in it. Blood orange. 3-point question. Getting saucy. Hands on buzzers. Italian for in sailor's style. It's a popular sauce for pasta. Italian for in sailor's style. Adam.
Marinara.
Marinara is correct. Marinara, sailor, makes sense. Nice work for 3 points. 4-point question in Getting Saucy. Hands on buzzers. Excellent on lobster, this rich cream sauce with sherry was originally named for a Delmonico's patron. Excellent on lobster, this rich cream sauce with sherry was originally named for a Delmonico's patron. Pam.
Bernays.
Bernays is incorrect. We'll take away 4 points. And I will read it one more time for the other team. Excellent on lobster, this rich cream sauce with sherry was originally named for a Delmonico's patron. 10 seconds. Let us know if you want to pass or play.
We got nothing.
Yeah, nothing. It is Newburg. Newburg sauce. I wouldn't have gotten it. That's okay, though. We've got another question still in sauces to finish out the category for 5 points. Hands on buzzers. And Pam, I think you're out too because you rang in twice. 5-point question. Bordelaise sauce gets its name from this ingredient. Bordelaise, Anne.
Bordeaux wine.
Bordeaux wine is correct. That's where Bordelaise sauce gets its name from. Nice job for 5 points. Score is 40-18. Pretty similar to where we were, but nice work earning science. earning your lead. We just have one category left now in the first round. 5 last questions. Our final category is it's in the dictionary. It's in the dictionary. It really narrows it down, I know. I'm going to give you a definition, though, and you're going to tell me where that appears in the dictionary. I need some specific answers here, so be aware. It's in the dictionary. Okay, I'll give you the first definition. Hands on buzzers, 1 point. A loud sound expressing disapproval from a New York City borough. Hey, Ethan.
A Bronx cheer.
A Bronx cheer is correct for 1 point. Nice work. 2 point question. See how this works now. 2 point question coming up. A Muslim holy war or spiritual struggle against infidels. Art.
Jihad.
A jihad is the correct term in the dictionary. Nice work. 3 point question in the dictionary. Hands on buzzers. Any U.S. state that tends to vote for candidates of the Democratic Party in a general election. Anne.
A blue state?
A blue state is correct. You do not live in one of those.
I do.
4 point question coming up in It's in the Dictionary. Hands on buzzers. This tech acronym states that the integrity of output is dependent on the integrity of input. Pam.
WYSIWYG.
WYSIWYG is incorrect. We'll take away 4 points on that one. And then I'll give it to the other side. Let me read it for you one more time, Ethan and team. This tech acronym states that the integrity of output is dependent on the integrity of input.
GIGO.
GIGO is correct for 4 points. Garbage in, garbage out. GIGO, WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get. Not the acronyms for that, but GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. Nice job earning science. We got one last question here in the first round. Our last question here in the dictionary. 5 points, hands on buzzers. This is defined as a hinged plastic case designed to hold a compact disc and usually a printed insert or liner. Ethan.
A jewel case.
A jewel case is correct for 5 points. Nice work in our definitions round. 52-17, earning science over the ASTkickers. I am not saying a bad word. Earning science over the ASTkickers at the end of the first round. Remember, though, that we've got a whole nother round coming up, and the point values are doubled. My patience is halved. And all other things in between. Point values will go up to 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 in the next round. So go ahead and give yourself a good 30-second stretch. Take a deep breath. Usually in my LSAT classes, this is when we'd have a Backstreet Boys dance party song. That always helped at the hour-and-a-half mark. All right. Round 2 it is then. Round 2.
Pop culture.
Pam's unlocking her door real quick. There she is.
Okay, cool. We're back. I'll still give you a few seconds to talk about the first category here in Double Jeopardy in our double point round. First category is going to be South Korea. South Korea. Exciting. One of 2 Koreas. I don't think one of the questions is name the other one, because that would be a little bit too much. Okay, let's start. 2 point question. 2 points in South Korea. Hands on buzzers. With more than 10 million people, it's the largest city in South Korea. Anne.
Seoul.
Seoul is correct for 2 points. You've got Seoul, but you're not a soldier. 4 points. 4 points coming up in South Korea. Hands on buzzers. The 12th century book Samguk Sagi recounts the time when this religion came to Korea from India. The 12th, Ethan.
Buddhism.
Buddhism is the correct religion. 12th century book Samguk Sagi recounts the time when this religion came to Korea from India. It is Buddhism. Nice job for 4 points. 6-point question. 6-point question. Hands on buzzers. In the center of the South Korean flag is this symbol of universal balance. Ethan.
Yin and yang.
Yin and yang is correct. You got your 2 questions out of the way. 8-point question. 8-point question. South Korea. Hands on buzzers. The medicinal herb of the genus Panax is native to Korea. This medicinal herb of the genus Panax is native to Korea. 10 seconds. Time. If you wanted to say ginseng and didn't, it would have been the time. Nobody got it on the show either. So Panax, probably not the most known genus of medicinal herbs. And get your mind out of the gutter about medicinal herb. All right, 10-point question. 10-point question in South Korea. Hands on buzzers. MacArthur thought that the battle for this port would end the Korean War. It didn't work out that way. MacArthur thought that the battle for this port would end the Korean War. It did not work out that way. 10 seconds. Time. The Battle of Incheon. Incheon. It's a famous port. Can't win them all. All right, that's all you get for South Korea. We're out of South Korea now. What is the other Korea called? North Korea. Got it. 10 points. Next category is going to be completes the opera. I will give you part of an opera title, and you complete the opera title. My games have had a lot of opera questions in them recently, so I can hold my own, but it's not mine. It's not my place. Okay, 2-point question. Let's get started up in completes the opera. I will give you, I'll also give you, I'll give you the composer and then the beginning of the opera, okay? So composer and then the first words. For example, 2 points. Wagner, the Flying blank. Tara.
Mouse.
Flying Mouse is incorrect. Take away 2 points. I'll throw it over to Ethan and team. Wagner's The Flying blank.
The Flying Dutchman.
The Flying Dutchman is correct for 2 points. Nice job on this deal. It was not The Flying Nun. That was a different movie. It was The Flying Dutchman, Wagner. Nice work for 2 points. 4-point question. 4-point question completes the opera. Goldmark. The cricket on the blank. Bam.
Hearth.
Hearth is correct for 4 points. Way to know your Goldmark operas. Nice job for 4 points. 6-point question coming up and completes the opera. Menotti. Blank and the Night Visitors. Menotti's blank and the Night Visitors. 10 seconds. Time. Amal and the Night Visitors. Amal spelled A-M-A-H-L. Might ring some bells. All right, 8-point question. I can see you're all huge opera fans. Donizetti, and the opera is Lucia di blank. Ethan.
Lammermoor.
Can you say it one more time for me?
Lammermoor.
Lammermoor is correct for 8 points. Nice job. Lucia de Lammermoor. All right, and we've got our last of our operas for 10 points. Hands on buzzers. Philip Glass, blank on the beach. Art.
Einstein.
Einstein is correct. It was not Sex on the Beach. It was Einstein on the Beach. Correct for 10 points. Nice job, Art. And at the end of 2 categories in round 2, our score is 82 to 21. 82 to 21. 4 categories yet to go. I think that's like 60 more points. Anyway, we'll keep going with the next category, and it's one I'll explain. It's Y is the only vowel. All of the answers will be words in which Y is the only vowel. So be careful with how you answer. I need the only vowel that you tell me. The only vowel in the world that you give me is the letter Y. Why? Because I said so. All right. 2-point question. Y is the only vowel. Hands on buzzers. These are going to go pretty quick. Keep at least one eye open for this enclosure for swine. Keep, Pam.
Sty.
Sty is correct for 2 points. Keep at least one eye open. Sty is correct for 2 points. Nice work. 4-point question. Y is the only vowel. Hands up buzzers. When you're in harmony with something, you're in this. Pam.
Sync.
Sync is correct. And you didn't get me, I didn't get you the parenthetical, which says maybe you're N this. In sync, right? Good boy band reference. All right, Pam, you're out. Y is the only vowel for 6 points? 6 points. Hands on buzzers. The word for this type of tale comes from the Greek for story. The word, Ethan.
Myth.
Myth is the correct Y only vowel word. Nice job for 6 points. 8-point question. Hands on buzzers. A beautiful young maiden. A beautiful, Ellie.
Nymph.
A nymph is correct. Nice job for 8 points. And lastly, for 10 points, Y is the only vowel. Hands on buzzers. Adjective describing an ironic grin. Adjective, Anne.
Sly.
Sly is incorrect. Take away 10 points.
I am gonna take this up with Mr. Trebek.
You're allowed. Go ahead and go on mute. I'll read it again and give the other team 10 seconds to answer. Adjective describing an ironic grin. Go ahead and take 10 seconds.
It's rye.
Rye is correct. W-R-Y. Rye is correct for 10 points. I can see what you're mouthing, Anne.
For the record, I think Anne has a point.
You know,
She's
the
not
only
the
reason
only one.
A sly grin
Say from
is-
across the aisle here.
I
Why
Rye
is
is a bit more
thing?
sneaky than ironic.
yeah. So the only reason I'll say it is because Sly was answered on the show and was not given credit, and Rye was given credit. I also was hoping no one would put me in that situation.
More sneaky.
Yeah, I was hoping nobody would put me in that position. Thank you for putting me in that position. However, I'm going to go by what Alex Trebek did on the show. If in the end it does have an impact on the outcome, you can go against what Alex Trebek said. I don't think you'll win. But
I
you
will
do
be
have,
writing a strongly worded letter to Mr. Trebek, not to anyone in the cabal.
You're Alex Trebek. Years after this question was asked on Jeopardy, we had a
It
thing in my
ruined-
work.
It ruined everything in TPT.
I was just really hoping nobody had to make me make that same call. Anyway, thanks for doing that. We've still got 3 more categories to go. The score is 98 to 25. You can put asterisks wherever you would like. But we are going to go with the next category, which is October 1st. October 1st. Famous things that happen on October 1st. I'll give you the year, and I will give you a clue, and then you answer what the clue is based on October 1st. Hands on buzzers for the 2-point question. You'll see how this works. October 1st, 1971. This complex opens near Orlando, Florida. Ellie.
Disney World.
Disney World is correct. That was October 1st, 1971 for 2 points. 4-point question. October 1st, 1800. Spain cedes this large territory to France. October 1st, 1800. Spain cedes this large territory to France. 10 seconds. Time. And you do live in this place. The Louisiana Territory. The Louisiana Territory. Oh, nobody rang in. 6-point question. We're going to keep going with October 1st. October 1st, 1961. This man hits his 61st homer of the season. Art.
Roger Maris.
Roger Maris is correct for 6 points. I had a feeling you might get that one. 8-point question. 8-point question in October 1st. Hands on buzzers. October 1st, 1880. John Philip Sousa becomes leader of this military band. Ethan.
The United States Marine Corps Band.
The Marine Band is correct for 8 points. Nice work. And lastly, for 10 points. 10 points in October 1st. Hands on buzzers. October 1st, 1970. 5 million people turn out in Cairo for his funeral. October 1st, 1970. 5 million people turn out in Cairo for his funeral. Anne.
Nasser?
Nasser is correct for 10 points. Nice job. Only so many could be. Second president of Egypt, Nasser is correct. Nice. We got 2 more categories. 2 more categories. Oh, and they are cute because they are categories where names go together. The next category is not Star Wars, but it is War Stars. War Stars. All right. War Stars. 2-point question in War Stars. Hands on buzzers. Songs like As Time Goes By were as much the stars of this 1942 classic as Ethan.
Casablanca.
Casablanca is correct.
Kill me if I missed that one.
As Time Goes By were as much stars of the 1942 classic as the lead actors. Nice job. So War Stars, movies, wars. Okay, got it. 2 points. 4-point question coming up in War Stars. In a 1961 war film, Gregory Peck and David Niven set out to destroy the guns of this location. Pam.
Navarone.
Navarone is correct for 4 points. Nice job. The guns of Navarone. All right, we got War Stars for 6 points. Oh, but we do not, because it's the return of the taco. Surprise substitution, surprise substitution, surprise substitution. The taco, the taco. Surprise substitution, and I could have picked any categories from this one, but I picked Star Wars as a surprise substitution category because it was on the board that I've been using for surprise substitution. So instead of War Stars, our category will be Star Wars for this question and this question only. So get your Star Wars clues together. Hands on buzzers for the 6-point question. 6-point question. Here we got Star Wars for the surprise substitution. Luke's X-Wing from Star Wars gets its name from the arrangement of its double-layered wings. And in the back is an astromech socket for this character. Ethan.
R2-D2.
R2-D2 is correct for 6 points. Nice job. It's a very roundabout way to get to R2-D2, but R2-D2 is correct in Star Wars. And I think that's true for you, right, Ethan, in this category? Yep, all right. Cool. Well, we're back to War Stars from Star Wars. So back to War Stars. And we got the buzzer cleared. So hands on buzzers for the 8-point question. War Stars. Lee Marvin and Mark Hamill were part of a World War II squad in this colorful 1980 big screener. Lee Marvin and Mark Hamill were part of a World War II squad in this colorful 1980 big screener? 10 seconds. Time. Not a movie I remember either. The big red one. The big red one. All right, we got a 10-point question in War Stars. Last question of the category. Coming up for 10 points. A different band of brothers took to the air when Cuba Gooding Jr. and Lawrence Fishburne starred in this TV movie. Art.
I don't know. I thought it was the Tuskegee Airmen, but now I'm confused. So Tuskegee Airmen.
It is the Tuskegee Airmen.
Okay.
That was a roundabout way for you to give me an answer, but thank you.
I didn't realize it was TV. It was a TV movie. Did you say that? I was right.
Yeah, it was a TV movie, Tuskegee Airmen. Nice job for 10 points. All right, well, that's all you get for War Stars with a surprise substitution from Star Wars. But our last category is May the Forest Be With You. May the forest be with you. I didn't write it, right? We've got 5 questions, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Trying to do some math. It's 130 to 41. I don't know earning science. We'll see if we'll see if the ASTkickers can catch up. 2-point question. 2-point question in May the Forest Be With You. Hands on buzzers. At almost 17 million acres, the Tongass National Forest in this state is the largest in the United States. Pam.
Alaska.
Alaska is correct, the home of the Tongass National Forest. 17 million acres. Need a big state to put a big forest, right? 4-point question in May the Forest Be With You. Hands on buzzers. Originally set up to provide water and timber to the nation, the U.S. Forest Service is a branch of this cabinet department. Ethan.
The Interior.
The Interior is incorrect. We'll take away 4 points from earning science, and we'll throw it over to Ann and team. I'll read the question one more time and then give you 10 seconds. Originally set up to provide water and timber to the nation, the U.S. Forest Service is a branch of this cabinet department. And Brett, 10 seconds.
Yeah, we pass.
You pass. Come on. It is the Department of Agriculture. Agriculture. On the show, first person said Interior. Second, people said Energy. Nobody ended up getting it. That it was the Department of Agriculture. All right. 6-point question. May the forest be with you. Hands on buzzers. 6 points. This nation has planted billions of trees called the Green Great Wall to fend off desertification. Art.
China.
China's correct for 6 points. The Green Great Wall is also in China. Get rid of deserts. All right, nice work. 8-point question. 8-point question, and may the forest be with you. Where the forest meets the grassland, as in Africa, not Georgia, you get an area called Pam.
Savannah.
A savanna is correct for 8 points. You get an area called this, where a forest meets a grassland in Africa, not Georgia, because there's a city there, and it's also called Savannah. It's a play on word. Anyway, 10-point question, our last question of the match in May the Forest Be With You. Hands on buzzers. The deforestation of this island, 2,200 miles west of Chile, may have led to the collapse of its society circa 1500. Anne.
Easter Island?
Easter Island is correct for 10 points. Way to finish strong. Those are all the questions I have, and the final score is 132 to 61. Nice job, both teams. Two strong teams, both with 1 win under the belt. This means, though, that the Earning Science will move on to the next round. You guys have some pretty good competition, I think, in the LSAT team, LSatisfaction next round, so look forward to that. ASTkickers, you are going to be relegated down to the not losers bracket, but whatever the nice term is for it. Consolation, redemption, some sort of word that doesn't mean loser. You'll get a chance, though, to keep playing, so we'll see both of your teams back here. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday.
Good work, everybody.
Nice job, guys. Bye.
Game.
Thanks
Bye.
again. Thanks, y'all.